Hi guys, this is going to be a little bit of a chatsy vlog. The sun is just about to set and I'm in the garden doing some sketchies, and if I hear the sound of the car then I'll stop talking because that means that people are getting home. But in the meantime, chatsies while I sketchies. And there's quite a few things that I kind of want to talk about in this vlog, but we'll see how the rambles takes me. So I have been feeling lately like I've had nothing but creative failures, and that is one of those things where I don't really have that many creative skills, but I'm very well aware, as with most things, if I actually try really hard and take my time and do it properly, I can succeed. And if I read the instructions, I can cook. I'm well aware that theoretically I have a very good baseline intelligence and I have some skills which can be flexible, but I'm very bad at challenging myself, and then when I challenge and fail, I immediately give up, which is a very depressing kind of mentality to be at the moment. And I usually set the bar of my goals too high. One of the things that I'm wanting to do at the moment is this in this time of isolation. I want to be able to give people gifts. And one of the things I think about when it comes to gifts is what would I want to be given as a gift, and I have very particular ideas of what I want in my space. I'm quite controlling of what I have in my room, and I don't really like tat or clutter. So when I want to give people gifts, I want to give them things that they really, really want. Again, really Morris, don't have anything in your house which you don't know to be useful or believe to be beautiful, preferably both. So trying to make things that are both beautiful and useful is difficult. And then I also want to be environmentally friendly, so I don't want to buy rubbish. And I don't want to spend money, and I don't want to go to the shops more than I need to because we're in a time of isolation. And so then I end up with my shopping conundrum, which is, when I go to a supermarket and I'm trying to buy food or anything, and I'm like, well, the packaging's plastic, so I shouldn't buy that, and do I know if it was, reasonably resourced? Is it organic? Is it fair trade? I shouldn't really be eating this, it's not very healthy, and then I end up in this whole moral quandary and don't end up buying anything and end up going hungry. And that's how I kind of feel with stuff that I want to make, because I want to make things for people as I'm thinking of you in this time of isolation, and I want to make it known that I'm thinking of you and give you a gift, something that I think is useful and beautiful and environmentally friendly and homemade and inexpensive, which is a lot of things. And I want to let people that I care about know that I care about them. But it has to meet all those things, and so then the answer becomes, well, if I was really good at making things, then I could make something that looks professional, and because it's homemade, it will be more environmentally impactful. I can make something personalised so it's beautiful to that person and maybe useful as well. And then I try to make these things and I'm not very good at it, and it's so heartbreaking that then I give up and it doesn't get done. And I've had several of these projects where I've come up with an idea that I'm like, haha, that would be perfect, that would be a perfect gift for someone in my life. I will give it a go, and I give it a go, and I start making this creative project, whatever it may be, and I get one step into it and it just has gone wrong. And it's not one of those things that I can necessarily push through and it'll improve with time. It's one of those things that I've done something wrong, or I don't have the resources and I don't want to spend money on the resources, like the number of creative projects that involve having hot glue, and I know that's not expensive in the sheer run of things, but when I watch all these creative videos on YouTube where they're like, we've got modelling clay and hot glue and all of this stuff, and I don't want that clutter in my life, but it would be nice to have it for when I'm doing these sort of creative projects, but I don't want to spend money in the meantime, and things like hot glue is awful for the environment, and this is the kind of brain process that I've been stuck in for quite some time on the, if I'm going to make something that I don't know if they're going to love, then I need to make it dang well perfect and beautiful and wonderful. And it goes back to like when you're in primary school and it's Christmas time and the school instructs the class to make a new Christmas decoration, and you bring it home and your parents go, "Oh, that's lovely, little Timmy made a Christmas angel, we'll put it on the Christmas tree." But when little Timmy is 27, then it's like, oh, we've got 40 crappy angels all made out of various rubbish little bits of things that are falling apart and they're covered in grime, and you don't really necessarily want them in your life. So if I'm going to give something homemade, I want it to be really good. And in order for it to be really good, I know that probably all of the above, I need to buy decent equipment, things like hot glue and modelling clay and different types of paint. And I've got to practice. And the trouble with practicing when trying to be environmentally safe is, you know, in order to get good at art, you've got to do 1,000 portraits, let's just say that. But in order to do 1,000 portraits, that's a lot of paint to waste. That's a lot of paper to waste. That's a lot of and in the long run, it's not a lot. But actually, what if I'm not making any money from it? It's not contributing to society. It's just practice. And now I'm at the point in my life where taking up resources to practice just feels so wasteful, and so I've just been creatively unfulfilled for weeks of trying something once, it's sucking, knowing that I could probably improve it if I spent a lot of time, energy and or money on improving it, but not having the time, money, energy or resources, or wanting to waste any of the above on that. So that's where I'm at the moment, is I want to be able to contribute and make nice things and make them to a professional standard when I have neither the skills nor the time nor the money, and I've just kind of been in that loop for a while. And this is just me rambling. I don't actually expect anyone to contribute to this conversation, but I also wanted to talk about it while doing this sketch, because the reason why I'm doing this sketch is I wanted an easy win. It's been a long time since I last did any sketching in the garden, and at the moment I'm doing a portrait of the tree going in that direction, and I'll put up a photo of my sketch at the end, and it's by no means good. It is not good, but I'm proving to myself that if I just take my time, then it can be done. But it's one of the things I really, really struggle with, when I know that unless someone makes something really, really nice that I have means of using, I'm not going to want it as a gift. And I feel really bad when I've got, there's a good number of people out there in the world that I really want to give gifts to, but I don't want to waste their time or space, or my time and energy on something that they're not going to like. And the trouble with a lot of these gifts, particularly you can go to a shopping list and be like, oh well, I see on your wish list you have this, that you clearly want that, but some people I don't know their wish lists, or I don't want to ask for their wish lists, and those things are professionally made, so what's the point in me doing it for them if they can buy it for half the price at a better quality? Even the thought that counts. It doesn't matter if it's not something that if it's just something that's going to be sat on the side taking up space in someone's life until they get bored of it and throw it away, and that's worse than if they just buy it on Amazon or Etsy or wherever. So yeah, that's where I am at the moment. So I just wanted to feel like I could do something just for me to make myself feel a little bit creatively fulfilled, and it's by no means a good sketch, but it's something, and it's just, yeah. It's one of the side effects of when you watch a load of videos on YouTube of easy paint hacks, or it's one of the things I really feel actually when I watch easy paint hacks, or I look at art online. I'm like, well, in theory I could paint that, or I could make that, so I shouldn't buy it because it's wasteful. But I don't paint that or make that because in order to do that I've got to buy stuff and I've got to practice, and I'm just very bad at seeing the long-term goal when it's going to be so wasteful in the practice. But there we go. That's where I'm at the moment. And drawing a willow is one of the most tedious things you can possibly do. I thought doing the grass was enough, but drawing a willow is bloody painful. So many leaves, so dense. I've done about a third of the willow, but the willow is the last thing in the picture, so as long as I don't get hand cramp, we will be fine. I have got hand cramp though. So yeah, I just wanted to spitball that to the world. I don't know whether or not it means anything to you guys, but you know what, I'm ticking things off my list. I'm putting in these leaves on this willow one at a time, and I'm filming my daily vlog for the day. So all in all, I'm getting some sunlight, or not quite sunlight anymore because the sun's setting. You can see it on the wall behind me, but I'm getting my daylight. Getting my daylight, getting my creative, doing my daily vlog, and trying to talk myself through a bit of what I'm feeling at the moment. So that's all positive. This has probably got another 20 minutes worth of time in it, so I don't think I'm going to keep the camera up for the whole thing. But I will put a picture at the end of the video of the final thing, which, as I said, it is not a good picture. It is really not a good picture, but it's something, and it's making me feel better about being creative, which is good. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for hanging out for these 12 minutes of random, quiet garden conversation. I hope you've enjoyed chilling out in the garden with me. If you have anything you want to say on the matter, feel free to put it in the chat. Yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for another daily vlog, and Thursday for another stream, and all that jazz. And I am aware my fan is on, so all of the beautiful acoustics of my garden presumably have been ruined by the continual sound of my fan. But you know what? There's nothing I can do about it. Give you a little sneak preview. There we go. Sneak preview of my picture. I've got a lot of willow left to go. Thank you for hanging out, and you guys get to see what it looks like before I do in terms of time. So, bye for now.